Let me
Oh, you want me to? I hit live.
No, that's fine. Keep it going. I just have my background for a second. Just give me a sec.
What
I'd
is
like
that?
to grab a drink
Fortnite.
and make sure I'm ready. I don't know what it is. It was just like a built-in thing. It was actually sort of working since I changed my camera angle. I'll be right back.
Ooh, let's share my favorite podcast. Oop, can't do that. Don't actually. Let's not do that because the Stardom fan YouTube video recommendations are too steamy for the internet or for our internet. Let me share it on my phone. One of these days, I gotta do a Patreon video where show off the awesome curated videos that me and Mark watch because we share the account and made sure that the watch history is turned off. Like, I don't mind I don't mind knowing what each other watches, but I don't want to know where each other clicks off the video. That's where it gets weird. Oh Jesus, I just like this is like therapeutic. It's just my time to just rant to myself. Oh, the thumbnail's the same. I don't have time to do another thumbnail. Then Mark can go back later and like when he's cutting the podcast and like, what the fuck is he talking about? Just ranting and raving to himself like a lunatic. I should be ranting and raving to myself like a lunatic to this cardboard beautiful cutout right here. I don't know. I thought it was crazy before when I just had a green screen. Now it's like can reach out and oh, take the roses, smell the roses. Yes, take a minute to stop and smell the roses, everybody. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? Pez is pretty cool. Gotta love Pez machines. Ugh, come back to save me from my
What's up, baby?
lunatic ranting that no one heard. Hopefully.
Already?
Oh man, when I'm left to just talk to a camera by myself, it gets weird fast.
Hey man, I had some extracurricular activity today. I watched a movie.
Oh,
I don't watch many movies, and movies I should watch, like I eventually get to. I watched the 2021 Ghostbusters Afterlife, and oh my
wait,
god.
is that the sequel?
Yeah, the actual sequel, not the one where they went to like they pretended like Ghostbusters never existed before and they put a bunch of funny women in it and
Don't do that.
it
They're
turned
women.
into a travesty. No, no, the funny part.
Oh.
They told me it was a comedy. I don't know. I didn't get it.
I stole
But
that. I stole that joke from Always Sunny, where they're trying to do a scheme, and Dennis goes over to his sister, and it's like, "You're gonna go and seduce the bouncer because you're a hot blonde." She's like, "Don't do that. I'm blonde."
oh, that's funny. I get what you're doing now.
Yeah, I love that movie. Like I saw it. I wasn't even like looking forward to it because the greatest Ghostbusters. Well, Ghostbusters is the greatest movie of all time. But it was good as shit, dude. Like the one is it
Oh my
was it the one
god.
with the frost monster?
No,
Like
I didn't see that one yet. That's the newest one.
oh, well that one's good. I haven't
It,
seen the older
it was
one.
it was the one from a few years ago. Well, the reason I wasn't in a hurry to see it because everyone's like, "Here we go, children are saving the world again," and I was like, "You know what? Fuck yeah, those kids were awesome." It was fucking great, dude. It was like it was the whole thing. Take oh man, and it was sort of sad too because of Harold Ramis like died like I
Was he in the movie?
that year before. The movie starts with him dying,
Oh my god.
dude, and then you can't almost can't cry if you want a little spoiler. You have 2 seconds to tell me you don't for a 4-year-old movie because
Yeah.
that's how we are.
Yo, I think it. I don't know if this means it's a good movie or a bad movie, but I didn't even know the Ghostbusters I saw was a sequel. So I guess that
Well, they're
makes
actually all sequels to the original.
yeah, but it's like you don't have. I like that. Like I can just watch the movie and it's like a good ass movie, and I didn't even
Oh,
without being like, and then this person's and this storyline. I'm like, can I just watch a funny movie?
Well, that's what they did with Afterlife too. Was they basically they told you everything you needed to know. There was winks and nods everywhere. Like you're just if you're a super fan and you're just like giggling the whole time. But it was absolutely incredible. But yeah, they went back and it was actually funny too cuz in this world, the original Ghostbusters really happened and they're really alive except for Harold Ramis. Um Egon. Uh
Egon.
and then but oh yeah, so this is oh man, there's so much that happened. But I don't know, it was good. Gozer comes back. It's like a fight for Gozer
Oh,
again. Yeah.
are you the gatekeeper?
Yeah, all that shit was in there. They needed a new gatekeeper. They it was basically oh, but they did the thing they did was so they were explaining like the kids didn't know who the Ghostbusters were, and they were like, "That was like 20 years before we were born." So they brought up YouTube and literally showed like live news clips, which was just literally clips from the movie. I'm like, yo, it was fucking badass, dude. It was so fucking cool. And they're like, Yeah, the time the Ghostbusters saved New York, the old Manhattan ghost stories or something they were calling it." So it's like it
Nice.
was wild. And then yo, at the end, they like the ghost of like Egon comes back. They basically did like computer rendering him, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, I
Like, dude,
was I
you
was
can't
thinking.
not cry watching the end. And then at the end, of course, it says for Harold. I'm like,
Oh,
God.
yeah, because he's the reason there is Ghostbusters in the
Him
movies.
and Dan Aykroyd, yeah.
Well, in
Oh,
the
in the in the
real
in the
life,
canon,
real life, and in the movies.
yeah.
Didn't he? I think he directed them, right? Or directed the first one,
Um,
or produced it.
maybe. Well, Dan Aykroyd is really big on him. Like he wrote them all. Like I guess Dan Aykroyd, if he passes, like he's gonna have. There's like
He's
there's
gonna be
he's
in
probably
every single movie. It's in his will.
well, I think he's a lunatic to the point where like he has lore. Like there is a billion like universes of Ghostbusters that he's been writing for 40 years.
Fan fiction.
It's not fan fiction if you're the creator, right?
I don't know if that's how that works. I'll say yeah. I'll say yeah. It's all real. And they got to make it all.
They brought back the original like director too. So like a
Oh.
lot of it was pretty neat. It was worth it. Yeah, yeah, you went out of order. So you saw the technically the third movie, that the one that just came out like this year or something, right?
Fourth movie. They pretend they just cut out two.
What? Oh shit, I forget. I cut out too. For what it's worth, so did they. They didn't even bring any clips of that up when they were doing the flashback scenes. They didn't say any. They all they talked. Oh my god, that is funny. All they talked about was like the fight on the building and all that stuff. They didn't say anything about sliming the Statue of Liberty. They pretended that didn't happen.
the dude, that's probably the most. Well, the Stay Puff is like the most iconic, but freaking controlling the Statue of Liberty with the Nintendo Power Pad. I got the power. That was
If
awesome.
only they teamed it up with like the Power Glove or something too.
The light gun.
Uh, and the
Oh, they aim the light.
dual wielding.
If they were gonna market it, the Statue of Liberty should have had the Ghostbuster thing power pack,
Oh,
and then they were using the light guns. Now that's
that is
playing with
funny.
power. Nintendo power.
Nintendo Power. Hey,
All right. Last thing I'll say, so then we can like stop ranting. That story I was telling you that just get
oh
basically it's just buying stuff. You're basically getting stuff for free off Amazon.
yeah,
Dude, I got so much stuff. That's why I said like we got if you have like any good idea for videos, like I got a badass tripod slash selfie stick. Uh,
that's actually what I'm using right now, which is why when I the other
I
day I had to move around.
actually mine is doubling as like my Utami stand. My tripod's holding it up.
You should have bought two. Like these are so multi-purpose.
Use it for
I,
anything. Sham wow.
I think mine's a Timu. As long as you don't mind waiting 6 months, you'll have your tripod.
And then because like Florida is like an armpit, I got like one of those those neck fan things.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got one of those, and then this is like a portable like AC unit. It like spritzes you with water, and then it's got like you put ice packs in it. It's really cool.
I've seen those. On the
Works
hot
good.
days, people are like, "Why aren't you wearing one of that?" And what the fuck is that?
Oh, this thing. Yeah, this is an air conditioner. A little portable air conditioner.
You tell me, you tell me you're wearing some around the neck, and then you bring something out that like you chain up like Favorite Flav or something, like a big ass fucking box air conditioner blowing in your face.
Well, it can be portable if you want. Charges up. Take it on the go. It's got a handle. It's convenient.
Is it actually cold?
Portable. Yeah, it's very cold.
Oh, that's cool, dude.
I
Good
don't
for
even
you.
have I don't even have the water bit on because I don't want to like destroy my expensive computer because it gets like wet from the stupid mist from the $50 Timu machine.
You also don't want to, if you missed your Tommy in the back, she might start melting.
Oh, oh, you're gonna have fun. Maybe that's my favorite thing. It's like when you walk away for a minute and then I just start ranting. That'll I don't know. You might like it.
I might. I usually do. Well, sometimes I don't, but sometimes I do.
Yeah, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's like,
Uh,
it's hard. It's hard to just rant about. It's hard to be Seinfeld. Okay. Anyways,
really?
to just talk about to talk about nothing to yourself. I mean, we talk about nothing to each other, but to talk about nothing to yourself, that's hard. Any, anyways,
Anyways, we're here because it is time for a second. Well, it's like the third podcast in a week. This is definitely a record. We barely pump out three in a month, but we needed another emergency podcast. Emergency podcast. We just had uh, what would it be called? The co-finals, the almost finals of the
the
second last five-star GP show. That's the best way to say it. So we need to come in and say, "Welcome to the Stardom Fan Podcast." I'm Mark.
I'm Juno. That's who Tommy.
Yeah, baby. Oh, and that's who Tommy behind you. I'm above some kind of city. And yo, we got our brackets almost right. What do
Oh,
you have up on your screen now?
I
Like
have.
what we predicted, and
Yeah, it's actually pretty
uh,
close.
it's close. Yeah, right.
I mean, maybe we didn't predict Azumi would win, but we did predict that it wouldn't have mattered. We're like, doesn't matter who wins the May to Anaba or
Yes.
Azumi. Big Mike is just gonna do what she always does. Is that a
Big
Twilight
Mike
Dreamer?
2024, baby.
Message
That
redacted.
how do you know the Twilight Dream's in here? Because he already said something that he regrets saying. My God,
He already
ladies.
said
Yeah.
something that the YouTube bots picked up on.
The return of the top kawaii of the cosmos. All right, we can go now. I'd like to thank everyone for hanging out.
Oh man,
That's cool.
I didn't have it ready. There we go. Choo choo choo.
I'd
Yes.
say play Tam's music, but that'll just get us instantly booted like quicker than New Jeans.
Yo, you can watch a lot of New Jeans. It turns out before they get
Before they're like, "Hey, listen, we should
you're
probably stop this from happening."
you're allowed to watch a lot of New Jeans, but not that much. So, hello Twilight, the Dreamer. Let's let's get into our bracket.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're here to sort of one because we're a sucker for a bracket, and since
Oh
the
yeah.
playoffs happened, we made the bracket a couple days ago, guessing how the five-star GP is gonna shape up. And here we are after the first two rounds, and we're like, you know what? We might as well go to the semifinals and finals, and pop in real quick as we record. It's just about 8:30, August 30th, which means
Yo.
no, yo. Which means, which means like the pay per views are probably about to start, and so we gotta hurry up and get our updated bracket in.
Also, I gotta say, like Twilight Dreamer says, "Hello there, yes, salutations indeed," which means I want to think he sat there re-editing his message 10 times before it's like, you know what, I give up. It's just gonna keep redacting. I'm just gonna put an EO.
No, yo.
No EO. Yes EO. What about Micah EO?
Big Mike 2024. Like
Big
it, yo.
Mike. I like that she's been looking like a cat recently. I didn't know that she like looked like a cat until she started like wearing a cat mask. Like she looks more like a cat than Starlight Kid, and I don't understand. Kind of hurts my brain.
And, I never put that I thought she looked like a cat. I just thought she
I
was cool.
I didn't think she looked like a cat either until she started like wearing a cat mask and like doing the cat eye makeup. I like that comment. Uh, this 5 star has been very good, even better that it's only 3 weeks instead of 2 months. I'm like 2 months. Like by the time you just reminded me of like the 5 stars. They started before the 5 stars. Remember, they would always have qualifying matches to see who made it into like the final spots. So that's like
Well, they did that here too, didn't they? Or
yeah,
did
but
they not?
yeah, they
Now
did.
that
They
I
did.
think about that, yeah, because that's how they got like Lady C to not get in or something like that.
Yeah. That's how
Sounds
they
about
got the
right.
pineapple, and that's how they got somebody else. I think maybe Raka, but it wasn't like half the slots are decided in a tournament for the tournament.
Yeah, that didn't start in May at least this time.
So where do you want to start?
Hey man, I sort of be pretty quick in and out, I think, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
we
know.
just do it.
I'm okay with just this being the Twilight Dream podcast too, and just like reading his chat because I miss the guy.
Yeah,
So it's fun that he ended up being live here with us.
he doesn't even know the new lore. That's not even that's not green screened.
Mine? I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, you?
you're really in like Candyland over there.
Yeah, I'm hanging outside of a balcony. Uh, well, do you want to take a minute to explain your why what Utami is behind you? And that will finally get back into the bracket. I mean, there's no reason not to.
I'm gonna start selling them. Oh, coming soon, probably. You can get your own. You can get your own EO, and I can do like an EO fathead, or like I can do a life-sized Tam Nano. Check this out.
Dreamer, yeah, it's a standee, but dude, he made it.
Oh yeah.
He made it with paper, 60 sheets of paper, puzzle pieced together, life sized.
Oh man, that's simplifying it. This was a whole ordeal. This was a process. Oh, now I gotta get this stand back up again. Oh, using my selfies. I'm still working on the process. All right.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's fucking wild,
I had to
dude.
do I had to do like trigonometry to like this is the original. Had to do some math to scale it up. Yeah, but
Well,
I'm thinking that's gonna be some merch soon. Like you pay us some money, maybe I'll make it a sticker. You can make it a fat head you stick on the wall, or maybe I'll make you a cutout. Also, there's
Tommy
like
Fatheads.
yeah. Also, there's like a new goal for anyone who watches to
We're 1% of the way there.
one
That's why
percent
we're going
baby.
live now.
So
We
we're
get
going we're going
a
live.
percent.
We're 1% of the way there. So we need to do about 400 more live streams, and we'll get there.
1% of stream is all we need. That's all we're asking for. Oh man. Real quick, I guess we might as well interview Dream real quick since I miss him so much. What does he think about his girl Tam being winless?
Oh man, it's gonna be glorious when she wins that thing.
Yeah, you still think she's gonna win the belt? Oh, I mean that's
I'm
the
not
pay
even.
per view is gonna have the 5 star and the 2 title matches. All right, so let's do that real fast. Let's maybe redo our bracket. Go through the lineup and call it a night.
He goes, "Oh no, I didn't know that." He goes, "I miss giving y'all my money, knowing I was gonna use it towards my food." Well, thank you. Tam going 0 and a punch. We're just gonna
For what
call it
it's worth,
the
I used
Dreamer.
it towards my food. Yeah, thank you.
This is the Dreamer podcast. I love it.
Might as well.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be awesome when she fights through adversity and she like apparent. apparently, all it took to give Natsuko a bad knee was for her to wrestle. Like the one match she had with Tam on this show, apparently they have the same level of knee damage. They both got blocky knees.
Well, Tam did hit her with a chair. Did you miss that during all the fun?
Yeah, well, after Tam's knee got smashed with a pipe and a chair and a Rocka's box and a Micah's face, or sorry,
And then
Momo's
she got her
face.
hair cut.
Yeah, what do you think about that, Dreamer? Like, I need to know. Like, Tam Nakano gets her hair cut,
Yeah, we're
comes
almost
back.
done with the dream interview.
The interview it's turned into an interview now. I like it. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Someone wanted me to ask you about this photo. What are your thoughts on whatever's happening here?
I've seen like, um,
I thought that was Tony Atlas at first, but it's not.
I thought it was Mike Tyson. I've seen people like I've seen videos on the internet that start off that way. That's all I'm saying.
Thekla
No
gets
yo.
Thekla gets the belt out. What about this? You ever seen any videos on the internet
Thecla,
start like
Thecla gets
this?
thrown onto the white couch. That's good stuff right there. More
Oh
Saya,
yeah,
please.
more Saya all the time. Uh, what is the deal? Well, since we got like the Tam Nakano expert, I always wondered like why is her Twitter thing TM Tam. It's Tam. I'm fucking dumb. It's Tam Tam Tam. Is that what that is? I was like TM 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 kiss.
You got it.
I got it. I was confused about this for literally years, and all it took me is to like say it out loud.
You figured it out all by yourself.
Because when you read it, it's like, what is this? TM TM TMX. The X threw me off until I'm like, oh, she's like the top kawaii. She's giving you everybody a kiss.
Every time, actually, the way when I read it, I always think T Turtle Power, or I think it's like Ninja Turtles.
Speaking of Tam Nakano, and well, we are talking about New Jeans. I think it's a New Jeans hat. She's trying to be a bunny.
Oh,
Tam's a new either she's a New Jeans fan or she's like a like this is her resume. She's like applying for a job. She's like wrestling's cool and all, but like my knee hurts. I'd rather. Oh, can we get a New Jeans Meltier collab album?
do any of them really sing?
Um, they dance really well. To be honest, aren't you lucky if you go to a concert and they're not lip syncing their songs? Like it's hard to freaking sing and dance. That's why Michael Jackson was so popular.
Yeah, I assume so.
Bark bark. Oh yeah, there we go. How'd she get her hair cut? She looks cuter.
Because it was Saya's scissors. Anything Saya touches turns to gold.
Oh, good call, good call. Tam threw the first pitch? No, I thought the Tam Swallows got canceled.
Well, that's my opening clip.
If Tam's pitching, I'm catching.
Big clip. Too.
Where do I see that? Oh, practice. Now I'm sad. Yeah, I saw the practice pitch. This is the Tam Nakano podcast, by the way. This episode it's supposed to be a little.
Well, it has been. The Dreamer's been catching up on sleep instead of hanging out. Man, this is old news. We covered this 3 weeks ago. Back to the
Yeah.
5 star. What's going on? We
Well,
don't
well,
do our
hold up.
Twitter rants until part 2.
Well, usually this is our social media minute that goes an hour. Look at that form.
Tamu fan.
Oh,
I haven't bought a podcast in a while. Tam
eh,
Nakano fan.
that was a ball,
Oh.
not in the hitbox. Anyways, back to the show. Azumi, Mei Sierra, Tomoka Inaba. You like that match, right?
No, it was interesting the way they did it. It was like basically the first, they just kept like
Yeah,
fighting
it's a three-way
singles match
tie.
after singles match. Yeah, and then the first person to grab two wins, um, it goes. Everyone had a chance. I
Well,
was rooting for, and Azumi ends up pulling it off.
Yeah, it literally was 2 wins because, like, let's say they all, yeah, it was like Azumi faces May, then May faces Inaba, then Inaba faces Azumi, and they pulled straws. But like, I
Yeah.
guess technically, if they all would have drew the first like three matches, it still would have ended up being whoever got their second win, right? Or their no, that would have been first win.
Yeah, if they would have,
That's how
no
math
one won
works.
2 in a row. Like, if,
Yeah, when
Sierra could have, like, won 2 in a row or like, Inaba, but
yo, that was
Azumi.
interesting. Yeah, like Anaba comes in. I think she beat May, and so like they're all
Mhm.
tied at 2 points. Or no, she's got her 2 points, and then Azumi beats her. Now they're all tied with 2 points, but now Anaba has to leave. So now she's basically out no matter what because it was Azumi
Yeah,
versus
no
May.
chance to win. Yeah, and they
That
both
was
had to
actually
win.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it was a interesting way to do that, and I actually like that a lot better than, like a triple threat, because I mean, that can be more shenanigans. This was, I mean, I don't know, in 10 minutes, we got 5 matches. It was They're all pretty good when, Inaba and, Mei Sierra were in it.
by the way, this was totally a ball. Like the strike box, it's like knee to shoulder, knee to shoulder. It's like who's she throwing to? John Cena? I want to know who's catching. But yeah, none of them had a shot anyways because after they went down to the wire and it went down to the fourth match, Azumi wins and then she was gonna have to run into Big Mike,
Yeah, well, yeah, we did say it
which we
wasn't
did
gonna
predict.
matter. Yeah, this is our original bracket we're showing, and yeah, no matter who won that first match, Maiko was going undefeated,
Yes.
at least going into the semifinals. Super producer Ara Apollos is in the house. Your job is to please make sure me and or Juno and sound similar. It'll make it easier for producing. The same volume.
Every week it's a mystery, but that's okay.
Yeah, I know. It's like we never change any setting, and then I go back into recording. I'm like, wow, am I loud?
Well, yes. So yeah, we nailed that for sure.
And Micah going to the semifinals. We knew that was happening, and we picked
Boing.
the next thing. We picked the next winner, Mayu versus Natsupoi. Another great match with a whole bunch of kicks to face, and I think the Nike logo on the bottom of Natsupoi's shoe ended up on Mayu's chin. She kicked her so hard, but Mayu ends up pulling that match off.
Uh, yeah. Actually, I think Mayu, like the finishing, what is it called? Dragon suplex, sleeper suplex, whatever it's called. She suplexes Natsupoi, and Natsupoi just like smashes Mayu in the face. Because after Mayu pins her for the 1, 2, 3, like it wasn't like the usual. Like these girls are awesome where they do like the bridging pin, where it's like I'm gonna hit you with my move and I'm already pinning you.
Hmm.
And then usually the other girl is they either just do like they roll over or the ref has to like when they're stuck in the mat because their heels are in the air, he has to like flip them over. But Natsupoi rolled over and she was like landed so weird where she like literally rolled over Mayu's face. So that also could have been what it was.
Yeah, I actually thought Mayu busted her nose on the back of like Poi's head during the bridge or something too. That's what I originally thought until it looked like she had a boot print on her fucking face from chin to nose. But it could also just be Natsupoi head.
True. Also, yes, I do not care about a GTO spoiler. I only have enough time to follow like Stardom and then one other knockoff promotion. One of these days, the Marigold Minute will have some newsworthy stuff, and I'll be there. Tomoka Inaba lost her. Yeah, was she like the world champ or something? And then they're like, "Hey, do you want to come to Stardom and like job out
I'll say
with Lady C?" And she's like, "Oh yes, please. That's a big upgrade.
maybe that makes her full time.
Hopefully, she's really good." Um,
Oh, yeah, I like her a lot. And you know what? It's funny. I'm actually glad you brought this up because I believe she was the star of that first match. Like every
oh
time
yeah,
Adapa was in there, I think we both said it because we watched the show last night, had a little watch along, and in the Discord, startofben.com, click on the Discord, and Yeah, it was just like, wow, and that was really good. It's like, and that was really good. And I think you actually like the younger Starlight's or Starlight's friend.
She's
Reed
probably Starlight's friend.
his friend. I'm used to Starlight running New Blood. Now Rena's running New Blood. Uh, the bad guy, the younger one, I think even like better. But there's something in that water too. The Inabas are amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Her sister is better though.
Someday we're gonna have an Inaba versus Hanan sister civil war.
Um, no, we're just gonna have the little sisters versus the big sisters. The little sisters are better. Who do we know who the youngest is? Is it Rena or Hina? Which one is first? By like probably 5 minutes.
That's something neither Apollos or Enigma would know. The fucking stat guys, the living breathing cage match.
I feel like it's Rena's probably the youngest because Hina just gives off those middle child vibes. It's just me. Um,
Dude, we had Hanan for Suzu Suzuki.
yeah, we did. What else is there to say about Mayu Iwatani versus Natsupoi though? Like just it's like
Watch it.
yeah, it's like when a match is so good. Well, there was the thing where yeah, when the match is so good, what do you talk about? There was the thing where Natsupoi kept trying to go to like one of the turnbuckles to do like her sparkle splash and like it wasn't tightened or something. She almost kept eating shit.
Yes, and then you made a point too. So Mayu goes and does a move off the same turnbuckle, and she's looked a little off balance. But you said, that's or Mayu was probably like, "Yeah, you couldn't get it to work. I will."
Yeah, it's like there was a part where Natsupoi like she can't stand up. It's like she's got like a baby doll. Like there's something's going on with this turnbuckle where she just can't stand on it, and then she just like uh gently climbs down and goes for a kick to the face to Mayu. But yeah, Mayu was like, I bet I can do it. And you know what?
Mhm.
On that like blocky turnbuckle that was like buckling, she got some. I would say she got some air, but that building that smoky bar room that they were in, like that ceiling is pretty low.
No, what a weird building. Like this card was stacked. I mean, granted, they booked this building a long time or a time ago for the second to last 5-star show, but my goodness,
It was
it
the
sold 508 people sold out, and that's what they're telling you. Man, they had people hanging
oh
from the rafters. They had people hiding under the ring. Like they if they could stuff a person in that building, like people were watching it outside. Like this show was amazing.
yeah, that's just what the fire code is allowed to put in that building. But they were right up on the ring. Like the girls had no room to breathe. Like there were so many people packed into this place. I heard that people were like going up to the ticket counter like the same day, and they're like, "We can't print it." Like we're trying. They were literally trying to find like places they could put a chair. And then of course
Weren't you telling me you went on the main site and they ended up selling standing room only?
oh yeah,
We don't see that too
they
often for
sold
these.
out. Yeah, that's why I think this number isn't accurate because they sold out and it says 508. But they were selling standing room only, and like they were at the you could walk up and like, hey, we might have a seat. Like they were literally trying to find every square inch to pack people in.
This crowd was a little bit wild too. Could you imagine if they did if they went to Corrigan and had the 1600 for this show? That would have been fucking amazing.
Well, it's like nostalgic. It was the smoky bar room that they usually have like men in wife beaters with smoking
I say
cigarettes.
that's
Just
the only thing that was missing was
Shinjuku. Yeah, that guy
yeah,
goes
go back.
to Marigold shows now.
Uh,
All those fans. All the
it's
guy,
fantastic.
all the super based fans who would just sit there not making any emotion or clapping or anything, just smoking like crazy. Those are Hazuki's people. Like man, they love Hazuki though. Like I remember like those old videos where like they would just sit there and not react to anything, but then they see a Hazuki and they're like Hazuki and like throwing shit in the ring, and it
Well,
was
she is
awesome.
pretty cool.
And Ann's pretty cool.
Goddamn right. She kicked the shit out of Suzu. That's how I remember it.
I think that's what happened.
Dude, Hanan I think I said that at the end. I mean, obviously Suzu got her stuff in because that's just wrestling.
Yeah.
But yo, at the end, I believe I said, like, "Yo, Hanan just whooped her ass." Like that was a great fucking match. And Hanan, she does her one smile pose, and after that, she's been all business. She is not fucking around.
Oh, I might as well mention it because we're talking about Hanan, like her sisters. We're saying like, or we were talking about like who was born first, like who's actually the youngest, and then I'm like, you think that's something like that? They hold whatever one is a little bit older. It's like holds over the other one. Like, see, I do everything first. Suzu got dropped on her deathmatch wrestler head. She probably liked it.
Twice.
Twice. Yeah, she learned her lesson. Remember, she tried to go for 3 against Sayori and she got rolled up.
Sayori needed 3.
Yeah, well, she might have needed more than 3 because she went for 3 and she got rolled up. So she would have needed like do that math 6, 7, 8.
Eh, you are right. Hanan's gonna break all the records. I said under my breath, maybe it was a whisper on the last podcast, but Hanan's gonna win this whole thing to be the first one to ever win Cinderella and 5 star, and probably lose.
What?
Both cash-ins. No, that's probably not gonna happen. But yeah, fucking Hanan, dude, goes up against Shuri. But before that, we have Starlight Kid and Saya Kamatani,
Oh, we also got
and
that one
all
right.
that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know another match we got
And we
right. How
got
do you like
that one
that?
right, dude. We were like on fire.
This is our best. Like, this is in Stardom fan lore. This is literally the best bracket I think we've ever done.
This
Um,
is this mat. Well, and then Hanan goes on to beat Suzu, who it was a tie. So in that same night, she had to wrestle Suzu and Shuri. And
yo, that's wild.
a little spoiler here, it's like I was only a little upset that Hanan freaking picks up the win because it was literally the one match that like ruined our bracket. It would have been 100%,
I know.
and we're still gonna be
I've never
hundred
been
percent
so
though
happy to be wrong.
when Saya wins the whole deal.
I know. But what if? All right. Is there a chance? Well, you said this. You said, like in your mind, the winner between Starlight and Saya Kamatani was going to win the whole thing. Was that
Yeah.
just because you assumed that Starlight had 0% chance of winning?
Maybe. Yeah, it's like the winner between Starlight Kid and Saya. Saya wins the whole tournament. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, Mark's actually living is he actually lives in what is that, Fortnite?
I'm on the
Overwatch.
balcony. Oh, I'm on the balcony of one of the Fortnite cities, looking down. I just look down and be like, "Hey guys."
Oh my
Then
god, that would
I
be so.
smile.
That's so funny, dude. Because that map, it's like people know the map so well. Like, there's probably people take like screenshots like that and like, hey, I know that spot, that specific bedroom.
Probably should take it. That would be funny. We'll do that for an Easter egg next week. We'll put
Oh
we'll
man,
get
can you do custom? I mean, never go off track, but can you do custom games on like the actual Fortnite map? Imagine how fun it would be to do like hide and seek on like the big actual Fortnite map,
well, you can
or like,
be a creator.
can you?
Like there's those creator things, so you could probably like do your own something.
But I don't want to. I just want someone else to do the work.
They took cars out, but I want bicycles or back in.
Yeah, I want. Oh
Or
man,
the little fucking
the
mortars
dirt
dirt
bike.
bikes. Yeah, that's what I want.
Man, some people like fall. Oh, went too big. Some people, what? How do you say it? The like the Toy Story quote. Some people fly and some people fall with style.
Said, did I fly? Did I fly? No, you falled.
Tam looks terrified. Just looking at this photo of her match, she's diving off the top rope, and Rena's like running for dear life.
Yeah, she's piecing out. She's like,
I think Rena was supposed to be the one to catch her. She's like, oof. Yeah, look, this is a good thing. Look how close, like, the guys who are at ringside taking photos and videos of the match are literally
dude, all to be the ones catching Tam at this point.
They're in the crowd. Like it's so close. This place was so packed. Tam Nakano
I
gets a
actually hate that too. Like when I go to an indie show, they're sort of set up that packed. Like the chairs, they don't have breathing room. They're like
yeah.
touching each other. So if you're like over 150
It's
pounds,
like being
like
at the airport.
yeah, right. It's like, oh my
Yeah,
god. So that's exactly what it's like here.
that's got to start to become like, is that like common courtesy? Like, oh, you got to be self aware. Like when you're like buying a plane ticket, it's like, yeah, I need an extra seat at the wrestling show.
I almost bought a row once. Like, just give me the first like row. Just the corner, like the four seats. That's all I want.
to, what would you rather have? Would you rather be like just all right? We'll assume that they smell great because like if it's like bo that would be terrible. But just between two really big guys like next to you on your left and your right at a wrestling show, or be stuck like 2 rows behind the annoying guy in the front row who stands up throughout the entire show and blocks everyone's view. That's
I
a
don't mind stand up guy
yeah,
because
but stand up
then I
guy.
can stand up too, as long
Oh,
as I'm taller than him. Because if stand up guy stands up first, because I like standing
I
during
do
a
too.
show. So if stand up guy stands up first, now I have to stand. The
Yeah,
only
cause
time that sucks if one of two things can happen here. One, if stand up guy is taller than me, that's annoying. And if stand up guy is holding a sign,
oh, it's over. Yes,
no,
yeah. Oh, that annoys the crap out of me because I'm like, dude, you can just put it on the barricade, you know?
that's why I like I fucking hate that signs are coming back. I don't know. I think well, one they're funny, but they're not funny if you're there. I love the way like it's like in New Japan too. Like when the New Japan signs, they just hold their towel above their face for the camera to see. They don't want to obstruct. They take their hat off. They don't want to obstruct anyone's view.
Yeah, in America, they're like, in America, you see like the signs where it's like people buy like a whole row of seats so they can like stitch their sign together.
Dude, I
Ugh.
paid $90 for a ticket and couldn't watch a show because some asshole had a big ass green sign up the whole time. I'm like, that's not all right.
That was actually interesting you said that because the guy who's in the front row who stands, that you made a good point because could be annoying if it's like, oh great, now I have to stand. But if you like standing, it's awesome because
Yeah.
if you're in like the fifth row and you stand up, you're just gonna get yelled at by security. But if the guy in the front stands, now everyone has to stand up, and now no one can get yelled at.
Here's actually my take. If and because I go to a few indie shows a year, so there isn't usually more than 5 or 6 rows, right? If I'm not in the first row, I'm in the last row because then I can
Yes,
be stand guy. Because if I'm not in the first row, because if you're in the second row, that's automatically sucks. If you're in the last row, you can be standing guy and it doesn't even matter. So I'm literally the guy standing like against the wall, like fucking
dude,
drinking a beer, fucking having a good time.
yeah, like you got the perfect view where it's like you can look down at the action in the ring, but really you can't see anything anyway. So
Oh,
it's like you just look. It's like you don't have to crane your neck looking up. Like you're looking straight ahead at that big board. It's like
it's
you're
perfect. And
watching
not only
Monday Night Raw on a screen that's 500 feet wide. It's amazing.
uh, no, I bet like well, not for Raw. I was last row at the 16,000 seat arena for a Nitro once, and I was like, well, I'm at Nitro.
Well, I'm also a Tampa Bay Lightning lunatic, and they do like watch parties where if they're playing in an away game, you can still go to the stadium and they just put the game on the TV. It's fun as hell.
It, it's that popular.
Dude, we've had like one of the longest record sellouts or consecutive
Wow,
sellouts. We're a hockey town for sure.
the Sabers did that, but that's when they were good.
you know,
Like when they're in the playoffs, we would they would sell out the baseball field to watch the game. That was down the street from the uh, hockey stadium.
the Tampa is really good. I know we're going like way off track, but fucking who cares? It's our show. I don't know the statistics, but they like to put it up like when they were going for their three-peat. It was like the past like 10 or 15 years. Like Tampa for the amount of minutes played in the playoffs was like I don't know 50,000, and number two would be like 30,000 for the second place team. Like we play a lot of playoffs. We're the Yankees.
You
Actually,
guys did get good. You are on a hell of a streak. I mean, you wouldn't think that Tampa would like. You wouldn't think that you'd be a hockey town, but
when you're
if you
good, you're
build it,
good.
they will come. Yeah, I mean, success breeds ticket sales, unless you're a baseball team, apparently. Excuse me. Our Apollos, the super producer, says Lightning fans killed a light pole celebrating winning the cup in 2020. Man, look up Buffalo Bills tear down a
Oh,
2 goalposts just because they won the AFC East. You want to see?
the AFC
we never
East.
we never even won a championship, and we
Never
tore
even
down
won
a
a
building.
playoff game.
That's the one thing I got is like when in our Discord, startupfan.com, chicken like because he shows a lot of the soccer stuff in Europe, and I'm like, man, your guys' celebration is great, but I got one celebration. It happened 30 years ago, but the Bills fans went nuts. And it's funny if you watch it too, because the announcers try to no sell it, but they're like, oh, they said they beefed up security here, but apparently that failed.
How funny, like, oh man, how funny would it be if like they
Uh,
lost the game too? It's just the tiebreakers worked out in their favor. It's like we did it. It's like we made the playoffs.
I
Actually,
know.
last thing I'll say, fucking, this is awesome. I love this up. This is the best podcast ever. When we just go like randomly and just talk about whatever. Uh, Bruce Almighty. That's a great movie. And then he becomes God and he just decides to grant everyone's wishes. And the Buffalo Sabres win the Stanley Cup. And there's chaos and pandemonium in the streets.
Yeah, did that take place in Buffalo for some reason?
Yeah, I just thought it was funny that they won the Stanley Cup and there's just rioting in the streets. Like that would definitely happen.
I don't know. We don't riot and loot. Even during the summer when it was
Well, no
cool,
riot, not
we
loot.
like threw a brick or two,
It's
but
not
like we didn't burn any buildings down.
it's not first of all, no looting's involved. Yes, you're
Oh, I just
rioting.
assumed it was all the same. Like if I'm gonna riot, I'm gonna grab that TV while I'm doing it at Target.
Yeah,
A new pair of shoes and a TV. Like if I'm gonna riot, I'm gonna riot.
it's like, well, that guy's taking the hubcaps. I might as well take your car's speakers. It's already covered by your insurance. Also, I'm looking at this photo and I'm seeing how the chocolate's made. That is that's a good that's a good thigh slap right there.
I
That's
don't see a thigh slap. I see Mayu Iwatani like sort of bracing herself to really get the kick in there and have it land.
oh, so it's like yeah, you make okay. I can see that.
I stopped watching Penn and Teller because they started to show how their tricks are done. Like I don't
No,
want to see. I don't want to see how the magic trick is done.
no, you're
I'm
wrong.
a mark is a mark.
You're wrong. That's what makes it magical. Because anybody can tell you how to like, oh look, there's a string there. There's like a hidden trap door, whatever. But like, if you look at a picture of Mayu Iwatani slapping her thigh doing a kick, and then you go back and watch that match and you still can't see it, that's magic,
I was actually gonna say the same thing about Penn and Teller. When they tell you how they did the trick, and you still can't see how they did the trick, yeah, that's
dude.
Mayu Iwatani.
Oh yeah, fuck, this is going so off the rails. They have
That's what we get for doing our fourth podcast in a week.
yeah,
It's like we stopped talking about wrestling 40 minutes ago.
there's like a ball and cups trick where it's like you shuffle the cups and it's like it's under this one now it's under this one it's like teleporting ball whatever and they do the trick, they tell you how they do the trick, they do the trick a second time like oh you still didn't get it, they explain it a second time and then they make the cups see through and you still can't see how they do it. Oh, that's magic. So is Mayu and so is Poi.
That was great. There's a point where it's like, I
Fourth pod
think
of
we
the
were
week,
watching
get
with
10
Cole and
views, more like trying to keep up with the fourth show of the week.
yeah, Natsupoi puts up a great match, and there's a world where Natsupoi is the white belt champion forever too, or she is the white belt champion, right?
Oh, but you know what?
Oh, that makes sense then, because she's like really good. but I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because she's part of, like, in Cosmic Angels, like, she's part of Meltear. She seems like the side character. She's part of, was it Restart? Is that what they called, or
Her
the
oh well
with her
Kyrie
and
Kyrie was definitely the side character there.
yeah, and then there's champions with the real effing cool Sayori. It's like still I feel like Natsupoi's a side character. It's like you never really get to see how amazing
Well, yeah,
uh Poi is.
I felt that way about Saya when she was the white belt champ, where it's like I didn't like really buy into it, like become like a huge fan of her as like the white belt champ until it was like defense number 18, and it was like the one that she lost. Like, damn it, I got on the boat too late. I thought this, I thought she was gonna have a Roman Reigns like never-ending title reign, kind of like Mayu's IWGP championship. That's never ending.
But she did. It's funny you said so. She's the IWGP champion. She's fighting Poi. At one point, I would have I because hasn't she said that she wants to be the greatest IWGP champion at what like ever? So I marked out. So fucking
Well, you had a
Mayu
good
does the
quote. You
tombstone, and then she goes like she does the rainmaker pose. The camera zooms out. I'm like, oh my god! I swear. And then Mayu picks Poi up like
she's gonna go for a
Okada
German.
used to. No, I thought I was
Oh yeah,
expecting the rainmaker.
she wraps her around the
Yo,
waist like she's going for a rainmaker.
yeah, then it turns into German, which is also cool, but
Well,
I'm
it was
like, "Yo,
action. Well, what
if you
she
wanted
did
to
was
break all Okada's records," I'm like, "Fuck, that would have been so fucking great."
she picks. Yeah, she goes for the tombstone, picks her up, wraps her up like she's going for a German, picks her up for the German, and then Poi like goes to do like was a schoolboy or whatever and roll Mayu up, and Mayu just like hulks her back up and
Catches it, yeah, yeah,
just jerks her and deadlifts her back into the suplex. Ugh.
and you don't see that too often either. Like,
Well,
that was cool. She went for, like, the schoolboy, and boy, it was just like,
well,
like a big
sometimes
oh,
you'll
it's
see
fucking
that move. Sometimes you'll see that move, and the person like getting suplex will like do a little push up off the ground. Not that time.
awesome.
Mayu's and like I also like this. Oh, we can talk about this match forever too. There is a crazy spot where Mayu goes for her super kick, and then it was straight up like a Street Fighter thing or like a Mortal Kombat, like where like you don't block, you just do your attack, and you know it's gonna dodge their attack. Mayu goes for the super kick, and then Poi like dodges with a spin kick. So
Boy spin
awesome.
kicks are so fucking cool, dude, aren't they?
That could have been where Mayu lost her face.
It could have been, and I'll tell you what, Mayu isn't slapping any legs here. They are kicking the shit out of each other.
I do find it funny when I watch a match and then after Mayu like wins and you just see like she's imperfect, like she looks like she didn't even break a sweat, but her thigh is like beat red. And I'm like,
That's how she checks the kicks.
well, it's intimidation, right? You want to get that sound too. Yeah, look at that suplex. I think this might have been the one where like Poi's butt like just lands right on Mayu's face. Look at that face. Oh man, that was awesome. And I think
Yeah,
that was
there was even a moment of zombie Mayu in that match too, huh?
a little bit. Yeah, she didn't. Well, she didn't really need to because Mayu
Well, there was a
dominated.
moment you thought Mayu was unconscious for a second.
But well, that was when Poi they could have both. I don't know.
Yeah, when Poi
When Poi
didn't know what
couldn't.
to do when she was on the rope, and like it definitely was a awkward moment, I guess. But it's a fight. Fights are allowed to be awkward. But yeah, you're like maybe Mayu's just like out of it.
Yeah. Oh. And then right here, I go into these photos. Mayu's got boo boo face.
Oh, but in closing for this match, no one loves her job more than Mayu, right?
Oh, look at this
Every time
kick,
Mayu kicks somebody, she's smiling because she knows how fucking fun it is to whoop somebody's ass.
dude. Everything they do is like it looks like someone painted it. Like this, if you got AI to like, hey, give me an awesome picture of wrestling, these are the photos you get.
Natsupoi's strikes, especially her kicks, are just like top notch, man.
Yo.
Yo,
And in conclusion, like that was us discussing the Hanan Shiri match.
is that where that started?
Yes, 3 hours ago. awesome. Yeah, that match we can talk about like Hanan and Shuri. Like Shuri beat the hell out of Hanan, like you would expect.
You
And
know what was cool though? I liked the beginning of. I'm convinced that the beginning of Shuri matches, they have a gentleman's or gentle ladies agreement that, you know what, we're just gonna shoot wrestle, I guess the smart people would call it, for 2 minutes. And because like some of her ground and pound stuff and her wrestling at the beginning of matches just looks so real. And I was like, it looked great because it was Shuri, like the fucking UFC legit fighter versus Hanan, black belt in judo, like chain wrestling at the beginning. That was an amazing start to a match.
oh yeah, for sure. And I don't even know if it's so much like Shuri's agreeing to like, hey, let's just wrestle for real. It's more like Shuri's just like playing with her food. She's like, yeah, try to get out of this headlock. That'd be cool. All right, try to get out of this
No, they
armbar.
say call it in the ring. Be like, all right, keep calling it. Oh wait, oh you want to stand up? I dare you, stand up.
I bet Shuri probably does that a lot. Like, oh yeah, like, oh okay, they said we're supposed to do this, and Shuri's like, nah, just let me do it. Let me handle it.
Sometimes her the openings don't always look believable, but this one did. Being
Yeah,
against that Hanan,
because you made a good
I
point.
don't think.
You're like Shuri's is like a badass ass kicker, kickboxer, UFC fighter, but then and usually like at the beginning when she's doing her chain wrestling, it looks kind of hokey because it's like Shuri, just choke him out. But
And
Hanan,
sometimes it seems like Shuri's wrestling herself,
yeah, you
like a
said like
just a broomstick.
Hanan is like a legit like champion, like black belt judo champion. So
Yeah,
like it
so
looks awesome.
there's a point where Hanan must have been like, "Oh, thank you. Like I get to do what I do."
So speaking of like Shuri and like just calling it in the ring, like there's awesome stories of like, well, it's a Hulk Hogan. Actually, I think this one's actually true. It's a rare like true Hulk Hogan story. Like when Hogan was gonna face Andre, and then he's like, "What are we supposed to do, Andre?" And then Andre's like, "Yo, you let me handle it in the ring." And then it's like, imagine like you go to pick up Andre for the body slam, and he goes up for you. And you're like, "Holy shit!" And then like you go to pin him, and he just doesn't kick out.
That's what it's like when Shuri let me call it in the ring, and you're just like, is that why Hanan looked terrified coming to the ring? Like, oh no,
Oh
how many
well,
buzzsaw kicks to the face? At one point, didn't Shuri have Hanan in the sleeper that put Mayu to sleep? Like, there was a point where you're like, oh no, Hanan. Yes, you got the picture up. Hanan almost went nighty night.
that is
It's
terrifying.
Shuri, dude. I'm glad you showed that picture. Shuri from the time she entered the arena, she had game face on. There was no.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that's boo boo face.
dude. You see, you
You
see
told
the
me that
Shuri,
term, and I'm just gonna every time I say, I'm just gonna use that for every wrestler now.
and I say I hate it, but now I learned that it's apparently a thing. I don't like it, but I guess you can see it
Is
also,
that boo boo
or it
face?
looks like no. That's Shuri breaking your arm face.
Oh,
Like Shuri looked like if you see her, you know, how sometimes like you see a person walking down the street, they got a big mean dog. I'm just going to cross the street. I
yeah.
see Shuri walking by herself. Shit, looking with that face on, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a dangerous situation.
So yeah,
I just start throwing my phone and wallet at her, and then I walk across the street. I'm like, take everything.
yo, even this face. So this is terrifying. She's like, okay, so the face here where she looks like she wants to murder you. That's scary. But then when she's got you in an armbar and she's trying to break your arm and she looks like she's deciding what she wants to have for dinner later,
It, it's like yeah, it's like that face, like when you're
that's even
thinking and
worse.
your tongue's like at the side of your mouth. That's like hers. Like, which way should I twist this arm? Wow.
Yeah. Turns out this is just the greatest Stardom show of the year. It's gonna be better than the
Dude,
finals.
it was one of I say it a lot because I'm a gimmick, but like I'm watching this show and I'm like, yo, match of the night, match of the night, match of the night. But this week it was true. Like this show was literally a must watch from beginning to end after the first match.
Like this photo, Shiri looks like puzzled because anybody else has like a 90-degree bend in their arm right now and not the right 90 degrees. But Hanan is like quadruple jointed, so like she was getting bent like a pretzel.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, Shuri's confused. She's like, usually when I make your elbows touch behind your back, you quit.
And then Nan is like, "Oh, I love this. Everything about this. Whoever did the photos for this, like they captured like every awesome moment. Like sometimes they're not great photos, but today, whoever they should start crediting whoever takes these photos because they're fucking badass.
Or if they're not going to credit them, we'll just put them on StardomFan.com.
I'll just say I took them. I
There's
took
no
these
reason not.
photos.
Yeah, great photo taken.
And if you want, I'll turn this photo into a cutout for you, and I'll ship it to you for I don't know. That is not a joke though. I'm gonna like fine tune that, and then I'm gonna start selling like whatever you want. It doesn't just have to be a Stardom wrestler, but it should be because that's awesome. Uh, maybe you want a life-size cutout of this suplex. That would be cool. Maybe you just want like a little fat head sticker of Anaba's head while Shiri gets suplexed. That's a reaction.
Oh, I don't even look at things behind it. Looking at Nava, screaming for Shuri.
She's looking cross-eyed.
These girls on the outside of the ring are the greatest.
It's the best moment. But Hanan stuck through it, ends up getting her ass kicked the whole match after already wrestling Suzu, and she rolls up Shuri for the 1, 2, 3.
Dude, Hanan wins this match. Sure, she instantly, like, I don't know.
Hello,
That's the stuff
Cole.
that gets to me. Is that oh, I don't
Yo.
want to know yo.
It sounds like
All right,
I
that's
just
the only time. That's the only time you can interrupt me is if Cole joins. Cole.
I just remembered what that kind of reminded me of. It's like you're ordering food, like a fast food, and you're like, "Can I get a cheeseburger? No pickle." I'm like, "Yo." You're like, "No, yo." Can I get a cheeseburger? No, yo.
The yeah, Hanan instantly. I don't know if it's like a Shuri match and you just get hurt. It's the adrenaline dump, or she's happy that she made the final four for the first time at a 5 star. Hanan starts like bawling her eyes out like she's the champion. Dude, I was like, you can almost not even help to feel the emotion. That should have been the main event. It was so fucking good.
Oh, you just reminded me like when we were watching this match. I just noticed how huge Hanan was because like Shuri is like a ass kicker, like grown woman, and Hanan was like towering over her. And I think I said that I think Shuri's the underdog.
You did say that.
I didn't believe it.
Size alone, but like, yeah, Shuri presents herself as a fighter.
I didn't believe that she was the underdog, but it turns out she was because Hanan pulled it out. She had a cool thing she said too. We still have one more match to get to, but after because well, we went over Micah first, but she's the last match, and she calls out all the three other quarterfinalist winners, and they're all speaking. Actually, Saya didn't speak. That's a drag. We don't talk when other people tell us to. That's lame. I think she just told. Actually, what she did was it ends up being well, we already said that Starlight had no shot. The final four: Saya Kamatani, Hanan, Mayu Iwatani, and Micah. So that's
Dude,
crazy.
a few things are surprising. Micah seems to always be in there, not surprising.
Yeah, she's
Mayu
undefeated.
always, yeah, right, yeah, especially this year being undefeated, amazing. Mayu always finds a way to lose these things in these shows, so
Not
that's
this
almost
year.
surprising. Not this year. Mayu's on a warpath. Saya Kamatani, I think we just assumed even before she went dark that she was winning this thing, and then Hanan in the final four. Let's fucking go. Get rid of that cyber kitty and let's push Hanan to the roof to the fucking glass ceiling, baby. It's time.
Right? Here we go. I was looking for the. Oh, that's the photo right there. I was gonna say, only thing Saya said because like talking about other people tell you to is a drag. Cutting promos, that's lame. We just do what we want to do. She takes the mic from Micah. That's like a tongue twister. And she just it's not like these two are the finalists. She just like she just assumes she's gonna beat Hanan. And then she also assumes that Micah is just gonna beat Mayu and Mayu's gonna choke or something, like she always usually does in these tournaments. She's like,
Yeah, Saya was
Micah,
funny when she
get
came out.
ready.
Yeah,
So that
yeah,
almost
she
makes me think she's overlooking Hanan. That's not a good idea.
Dude, Hanan in the finals. Fuck, that'd be so goddamn cool.
Let me tell you, if Hanan somehow beats Saya and makes it to the finals, I want to see Mayu versus Hanan so bad.
Dude.
Also, yeah, I was saying earlier, it's like we got it wrong. Shiri did not win. That was the one match we got wrong. This entire
Yeah.
bracket.
I'll tell you what, but if we're gonna get Shuri wrong, at least it's because Hanan beat her and not Suzu.
So, but we also predicted that Saya Kamatani was going to beat Shuri. So, like, if Saya beats Hanan, is that like a half point, or do we round up? Do we give ourselves the point?
Yeah, it's like if you're doing like a March Madness bracket, you'd still end up as long as your winner doesn't lose, you're still good. Yeah, we're pretty much undefeated here. The thing is, it's like if we thought Saya was going to beat Shuri, there's no chance in hell Hanan can beat Saya, right?
Unless she's overlooking her,
Uh,
and Hanan's got that. She's got that tiger spirit.
she's a lioness, baby.
Oh, yeah, she's that Starlight Kid. She's got that lion spirit. Yeah, what a show. Yeah,
You
match
want
of
to
the.
finish up on what you think the Oh, if you had a thought on the show, yeah, please do. Otherwise, I was going to say, do you want to change any of our brackets or to think how we think this is going to end?
Well, I also like.
Are we going to change our mind?
Yeah, maybe, probably. I don't know. I actually don't know. Usually, you have a good idea of like who could be the winner, but I have no idea. I was gonna find the new Forever Foes Starlight Kid. Where the heck was it? She was.
Oh, that's worth saying. They took the mic after Saya took the mic after kicking the shit out of Starlight, right?
I think they were just. I think they Starlight Kid was just talking. Wait, who was talking shit first? Starlight. Starlight says once again because this is after she lost to Saya. Once again, you ruined my 5-star. uh, I guess I have to go back and maybe watch that match. The last time they face off in a 5-star, because we never talked about that. Like I thought it was like Saya doesn't give a shit how she drops you because she goes for her Star Crusher, and instead
Mm-hmm.
of like dropping Starlight Kid like flat on her back like she usually does, she just like drops her on her head inside. And I thought that was an accident, but it turns out, or that she just didn't give a shit, which she also might not. Turns out that was on purpose because apparently she did that move to Starlight Kid like a couple of years ago.
Oh,
And she says, Starlight, or Saya, you brought back that move from 2 years ago. I hate it now. Or I hate you now. And I hate. She goes, losing to you is super annoying. I hate you, Saya Kamatani. In addition to being the opponent I least want to lose to, you're also the heel I hate the most. Just like raging, and I'm pretty sure Saya just says like, "Well, I'm pretty unpopular, so get over it."
that's fucking great.
She says the gap between us since our first time in the 5-star 4 years ago hasn't even been close to being bridged. You're not even close to my
Mm,
feet, and you never will be. Saya's the best. And
yeah.
also yeah. So we're getting some Neo Genesis hate feuds going. And Starlight Kid says, "Say whatever you want. I'll sew your mouth shut."
Oh,
And then yeah, and then Sai doesn't have to say anything else. She's too cool for that.
ladies and gentlemen, Enigma V4 Talk for Glory. You can follow Talk for Glory by searching Talk for Glory in YouTube or go to all the socials. That is
Yo
Enigma
yo.
underscore V4 and all the socials. Introductions are always a must, and even Kick, the gaming website.
Yeah.
Sorry, the fact I have to do the fact for some reason I've memorized Enigma's opening also, so I have to say it whenever he shows up.
He goes spot on. Because yeah, that's it. You could use that in one of your videos.
Yeah, for what it's worth, dude. Yeah, just I would find it as a treat if you put my opening is doing your opening on your video on your podcast.
I do like when he talks about Hazuki. He's like a Stardom fan says it's pretty cool Hazuki.
Yeah,
Gotta appreciate
Azumi is Stardom fans' public enemy number one.
I gotta appreciate like other people trying to get that started. I would love that if everyone started calling her like, well, I don't know, like when what was Miyu's nickname?
Well, he
People were
says, "Oh, call him
yeah,
Kevin." I was trying to get finger
Kevin.
bang over.
Yeah, like for whatever reason people were calling Miyu Kevin, but we can't get people calling Hazuki pretty cool. That's not okay.
Enigma says pretty fucking cool more than we do, so he's gonna get
Well,
that to catch on.
that's
Or not
Sayori.
Hazuki. Say, yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
mean. I meant Sayori. Yeah.
yeah. There's like cool. There's pretty cool. There's pretty effing cool. And there's that's pretty fucking cool. And then at the very top, you go, that's Sayori.
I was gonna say, and then at the very top, that's Saya Kamatani.
Sayori Kamatani.
That's my tag league.
Oh,
We just figured it out. That's the tag league I want.
I had an idea actually
We
about.
said we were gonna fantasy book tag league with the teams we want. I think I want Sayori and Saya.
Yeah, that could be an awesome show. Just talking about like who do we want the teams to be. Um, I think they should do. I know that it would be awesome if they did. Remember they did their fantasy or whatever they called it, like tag show where it's like everyone got to vote on who you wanted to see tag together.
Yeah, it's when we got like Mayu and Starlight again and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, wouldn't and they can fake it. I don't care. At least give me the illusion that we have a choice. Like do tag league this year, but let it be the fan vote for who's going to be the tag teams. That'd be
hmm
awesome. I would put Starlight Kid and Sai Kamatani together. That would be funny.
Mm. That would be great.
We can get Hanan and Mayu. That seems great. Well, that's a show for another time. Let's talk about the final four.
Yeah,
Anything we
let's
want
finish
to
this up
change?
here.
Do
71 minutes, Juno. Jesus Christ. All
I
we
know.
had to do is talk about the final four. We are magical.
We did say we'll make this. We always say we'll make this a quick one.
Yo, 30 minutes in and out. Let's talk about the final four. Hey,
But when you're good, you're good.
yeah, you're good.
It's the pink shirts. Always brings out the best mood, I guess.
I said Utami behind you.
Tommy is pretty cool.
Yo, you haven't said this on stream yet, only in our Discord.
Hmm?
So
Oh,
you make this Utami, and then you fall asleep, and then you wake up to a
well, okay.
human-sized
No,
silhouette in your room.
yeah. I have so I make this like so. I'm gonna just brag about this every chance I get because this is it's not
This story is actually funny. It's funny to the point where I DM'd you. I'm like, yo, that's fucking funny.
so. Yeah, it's like this is life size, okay? So you know how it goes. You wake up in the middle of the night and you're like half asleep. You don't even turn the light on. Go to the bathroom. Come back and it's like I just see a prowler just like I open the door and there's just this shadowy figure and I can and it's like there's a little bit of light so I can see like the eyes and I almost had if I didn't have to if I didn't already use the bathroom I would have I had like a mini heart attack. I almost like knocked the head off of that thing so fast and I was like oh and then you know what, the same night it happened again because it's like the second time it was a little different because it's like I know I'm like oh yeah there's like a card out in my room, but like it's still weird like when you like open the room and like a room you know is empty and you see someone like staring at you, you're like whoa, and you too. I'm just gonna keep pretending like I'm selling these. Like one day I will. One day I'll make you whatever you want. I'll make you Siori pretty freaking cool.
The fact you almost knocked out Utami is pretty fucking funny, is what it is.
Bro, there was almost no face on that thing.
All right, the final four, baby. We got Micah versus Mayu Iwatani
There's
on
a
the
reason.
left side of the bracket, and we have Hanan
I was
versus
gonna.
Saya Kamatani on the right side.
Well,
Yeah,
sorry.
I
I
was
was
gonna
gonna
keep
say
saying
the
that no matter
reason.
what.
the reason that that's literally the reason why I've never like I don't buy a gun is like I've always thought like I am just gonna like hear a creak in the night one day and just start blasting. So it's not a good
You're
idea.
in Florida. You at least have a shotgun under your pillow, right?
Yeah, but I'm a
The fucking family runs in. You're like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And all they see is like fucking shredded Utami all over the place.
it's
Like I don't know.
raining. It's just
It,
raining
it,
down.
you're sitting there crying, holding the pieces. What have I done?
What have I done?
Oh, there's just plastic rose petals just falling from the ceiling.
Oh no. Well, I do, but it's like I got it like we got it in the safe because it's like I don't trust myself just to have it like locked and loaded like in the
Of
middle of the night.
course not.
So it's completely useless. It's like you got
Because
two
yeah,
op.
well, you can't just wake up and have a firearm. By the time you do the lock and stuff, the sleep's out of your eyes, so you're not gonna shoot cutouts. Dude, Sebastian, hold on a second. Now we pause the podcast, dude.
Yeah.
But welcome, and Judo and you need to write a blog. Every one
Yeah.
of our YouTube videos, you have the best goddamn articles summing up the whole show. We're like, yo, Sebastian put another article on our comments, and they're always great takes. Keep it up, man. And write a blog and let me know when you do. Or he's running a new site already, and we don't even know it.
Yeah. All right. So there might be a Florida man story one day where it just says something I mean, possibly, but I'm not giving any details. Where it'll be something like Florida man arrested for illegal firearm, unregistered firearms for shooting cardboard girlfriend.
Dude, we haven't talked about you getting arrested in at least a year.
We don't need to get into that. It's like allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, that's what I meant.
So
The final four.
get us to 2% of our goal. Eventually, like you never
Dude,
know you'll never know what'll have the stories that'll come out of Vegas. You have no idea. If Kamatani
like,
wins the
you
5-star
know,
and Natsuko keeps the red belt, that's a setup for hate civil war. Ooh, I like that. It's too early to do that with this. No, there's too many members already. Like you can kick out Tora. You
there
don't
was
gotta you don't gotta break up the whole group, but you could kick out like one or two of them.
I don't even know if it's possible. There was a
I like
that's
that idea.
you got to love the internet these days because there was a lot of our comments on our YouTube is Japanese fans, and we can read it thanks to Google Translate. And one of my favorite ones was, all right, so Saya's got to hurry up and beat Natsuko so she can go to Marigold and beat up Anutami. I'm like, yes, please. Like, yes, yes, I want
Well,
that so bad. Like, Messiah is the leader of Marigold, and I don't have to watch Natsuko anymore. Like, I don't know if that was that guy was booking, but I liked it.
Saya Saya's got to win this tournament and get that belt back because after Saya wins the red belt, Utami can win the Marigold Dream Festival. I don't actually know what they call it.
It's not over yet.
It starts. Believe this.
Tell me it starts when this one ends.
It starts the same day, August 31st.
Are they in the same building?
Finals of the five. Yeah, Rossi just like gets
Rossi's
sloppy
like,
seconds.
like how they have the Tokyo City, like there's like all those arenas, like fucking marigolds in like Tokyo City Hall, and while fucking Stardoms and Hall number 2 or in Korakuen.
The Marigold 5-star
Uh,
G1 Classic. Their version of the 5-star starts the same day that the 5-star ends. So Tommy's gonna win that, and then she's gonna pull a swerve when she drives and challenge Saya Kamatani. That's my fantasy booking.
and then they combine the belts, and
Actually, no, I
and
just
then
meant I
Rossi
no I,
starts booking with Shawn Michaels.
No, I just meant that because apparently, like these wrestling promoters, like don't actually read the contract. Like Rossi's gonna sign the contract when Tommy just like, I want to challenge for the red belt. Didn't say which red belt she was challenging for. If you don't know,
uh,
Marigold also has like a red and white belt. They basically just, you know, they basically
I'm not. I'm
copy
surprised it's
everything.
not a star, not upside down.
That's
A
Tam
sideways
Nakano, the
star,
Tam
a
Nakano,
six-sided star.
the Star of David, six-sided Tam Nakano star. So yeah, if you guys don't know, like Rossi made Stardom, and then he left Stardom. Actually, got fired for Stardom for trying to start his own company, and now he made like Stardom 2.0, which is just like a rip off of Stardom. But you can, I don't know if you could call it a rip off because it was his ideas, but I like calling it a rip off because it sounds funnier.
It's important that I jump in here because some people just assume you're a hater when
I just,
you sort of you say stuff like that. But the
yeah,
fact of the matter is, you wanted to be a Marigold fan. You really did because you love your Utami and you love some of the girls there. The problem is, it's
yeah.
just not any good. The problem is, it's just not any good. He
It's like,
tried. He tried to love them.
yeah, it's,
It's similar to the reason why you're allowed to talk trash about AEW because for some reason you watch it every week. I'm like, why do you keep watching it? You're like, I don't know.
because I'm a
I hate
sicko.
myself.
That's who Tony Khan books for. Books for us sickos. You know, oh, I can't say that. Yeah, Marigold is great. I mean, it could be great. It's frustrating that it's not great. It's got all like these awesome wrestlers.
Ugh,
Presentation's really good. It's basically Stardom. Like you think I would. It's made by the same fucking guy. You think I would love it, but it's like you're sitting here watching Power Rangers. Power Rangers is great, and then all of a sudden you're like, what the or oh man, I can't. Super is it Super Sentai? I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I try to make a good analogy. Yeah, I think that checks out. Super. I think it's Sentai, right?
We better finish this up. Now we're
Yeah.
googling. I
This
don't
is.
know what a Super Sentai is. That something I gotta watch or read?
I think it starts with like Unagi. Stars Unagi. It's
Wait,
like
Super Sentai was Power Rangers before Power Rangers?
yeah.
Oh, cool.
They
Or are
now
they Power Rangers? Are they the same thing?
no, but also yes. It's like is
Oh,
Marigold Stardom? Well, no, technically no, but yes.
oh.
But I like but my analogy I screwed up my analogy because I think Power Rangers is better, so tell me the difference. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How to tell what's Power Rangers and what's the fucking Super Sentai. One of them looks like I don't know. It looks wild, like molded with clay. How do we?
It's
How do
like
we?
the one on the right is like the indie gear, almost like May Sierra or Komomo. When they first started, they had gear that didn't quite fit right, and then when they like started getting good, like someone was like, "All right, it's about time. Let's get you appropriate gear that actually fits you."
Yeah. We're gonna get a lot of hate from the Japanese fans that I'm saying Power Rangers is better, but it is better. Let's deal with it.
But you're also American. Can you go back to the bracket? We got to finish our final four.
I
I
mean,
wins.
it
Does
does.
Saya still win, or does Micah go undefeated?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're just assuming Mayu gets eliminated. That's.
Mayu versus Micah is huge, dude.
Do we keep our? Do we? Oh man. Do we still
That
think
could be
Sai?
match of the year right
Let's just
there.
work our way back. We think Saya's still winning.
There's a little piece of me. I believe I pretend to at least say that I called Hanan winning the Cinderella night one. I also want to believe I called Hanan winning the 5 star. Whether I did or didn't, that's something else.
Oh.
But if Hanan does not win the 5 star, it's let's just say the winner comes out of the right side. It's either going to be Hanan or Saya Kamatani.
The winner between Saya Kamatani and Hanan. This is the same. This is what we did last week, where it's like the winner between Hanan and Saya is the winner, but we don't think Hanan has a shot.
Yeah, like the winner between Starlight Kid and Saya's the winner, but there's no chance in hell Starlight Kid wins. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, Saya gets by. Do you think it's going to be Saya? I think the biggest question mark is probably Micah versus Mayu.
Mike, yeah, for sure. It's tough. I don't know. I don't know. I want to be right, but I also want like all my favorites to win, and I like them all.
This bracket is great, man. I mean, it's really good. It is at the point. It's not too often where it's like there's actually four, like in the final
Oh,
four. Usually, there's someone that's just gonna be like, we're gonna get annoyed, like Suzu making it way too far last year. Like, there's a point where like right now, it's like any any one of these four women winning this thing is like amazing.
yeah. I don't. I kind of want Mayu. I want two belt Mayu. It's kind of annoying. It's annoying she hasn't been the champ. I'm also making my this long graphic. I mean, don't let that be a spoiler of who I'm like changing my pick to.
Two belt Mayu, and there was someone in YouTube. I don't know if it was a Japanese fan or Sebastian commenting on one of the videos uh, that two belt Mayu and then combining the belts because fuck the IWGP belt.
That's the best belt.
I don't think that happens. I know you say that, but there's no getting rid of my red star. Keep my stars.
Can I just like make Hanan Hanan? Let's change our pick. Let's go for it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Hanan will be the winner of the 5-star Grand Prix. She's gonna cry her eyes out as they put the crown on her head, and I don't. It doesn't even matter who she beats.
Well, if we're picking if we're doing that, could we also change it and then
Hanan
like,
versus Mayu.
yeah.
Yeah, icon versus future icon.
I think they're both icons.
I feel like one of those like people that predict the future. It was a few years ago. I was like, man, I really like Hanan. She's got something for a kid. And then like oh she's good, she's good, she's good. She holds the futures belt for as long as Roman reigns. And now finally in our comments we start seeing, oh, Hanan's really good. Hanan's really good. And I'm like, hey,
That's what I
we
said.
told you that 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like, look, 3 years from now, we should write it down in our book. Is you might call it Rita's the next real star. Like, watch it. If in 2020, let's just say 2026, Rena's the red belt champion.
Oh, don't. Yeah. Well, Mayu's still gonna be like the icon though. That's the one problem with that.
She's always around. You know what's great about Mayu and the Marigold talk? Mayu's still here. There was people convincing me that Mayu was pissing off a long time ago.
That she's going to Marigold.
That was like, remember, like as soon as like Mayu was one of the first people that they said was going on
Well,
a
she
lot of
was.
it.
She was, and then she's like, well, if we lose Utami, like she's like Julia, who gives a shit? But if we lose Utami, and me, well, then Stardom's in big trouble. That was her reasoning.
True. Mayu's a company girl,
This is a
and
funny way to try to
Hanan
make our
is
little
fucking
bracket.
huge.
I can't find where I can't click on my Mayu.
Hanan versus Mayu and Hanan. Hanan.
There you go. And in just a quick hour and a half, we went through the 4 matches. Some people cover like whole WrestleManias in a shorter amount of time.
I'll tell you what, those other podcasts, they don't talk about Buffalo Bills and Tampa Bay Lightning, so we're doing all right.
They don't talk about Bruce Almighty and portable
uh,
air conditioners and EO, no EO,
I could play around in part. Yeah, speaking of EO and no EO, I think they both pissed off. They were
and
like,
talk
yeah,
for
I've had enough of
glory.
this. Talk for glory. He's hanging around. Him and Sebastian should just sit here and talk forever. Him, Sebastian, and Apollos. Those guys, they got like stats for days. They could probably bounce off each other and write an encyclopedia.
I'll
But Oh, go ahead. I wanted
Oh,
to do my thank yous
well,
before I
good
forgot.
because I
Take a
was
break and then come back for part two, which is just us watching New Jeans or something.
I was gonna say about because it's kind of related to the thank you and like the goal. I'm like I just put that goal there. I'm not saying like you have to donate or I think I'm gonna get that or like any pretentious thing like that. I'm just throwing it out there. Let the universe decide if I do some crazy shit. Like what should we do for like content? Like let's say like I end up there. Let's say I take the 1% money and then fund the rest myself. Like, what kind of good
Oh, here's
content?
the deal. Yeah, yeah. Like to anyone who wasn't here last 2 nights ago, or we've been going live way too much. Juno doesn't just want to go to Vegas to watch Stardom.
No.
No, he like the thing was he was supposed to Kuma dance. I think there like it was getting silly. You were probably getting arrested in Vegas.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's what the 2K is for.
To get the bail.
1K to get you down there, the other 1K to bail you out for kumoing on a stripper pole.
I gotta do some crazy stuff down there.
Yeah,
Down
you
there?
do.
I think technically I'm going up. That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Well, you're as south as you get, and I'm almost as north as you get. And you know what else is weird? We have Patreon, like supporters, and I'd like to thank them as we do every week. We have a free tier, and there's a couple of you. I see
Yeah.
you fucking hanging out there,
Hell yeah.
uh,
Why
Juno
not?
Knobloch and the Silent J.
Yeah.
and Angel Tokyo and Z Man. I see you there. You get previews of the stuff that we put up there. There's songs, there's videos, there's a little extra stuff in there every now and again. I want victims of the Stardom fan though, at the big whopping $1 and the original Top Kawaii, like since day one practically, the Twilight Dream. Juno, we have a World of Stardom fan champion, don't you know? And that is Jake.
White boy.
That sounds about right. And there is a Stardom fan icon, and that is the one, the only chicken. I
So,
would like to thank everyone in chat that we've talked about so far. Shout out to Apollos for being, I don't know,
facts
fun.
check. He fact checks.
For fact checking us. That's why I call him a
Actually, I do.
super producer. He does
Actually,
two things. He like tells us when our volumes are off, and he tells us when we're wrong. That's when I no sell him. However,
Actually, I do gotta give him I do gotta give him a shout out because like sometimes like we'll be talking and it's like I'm so focused on what I'm doing, I'll check like hours later and we'll be like, oh, who won this match? Or like last week I think we were looking for a bracket and then I pulled one up and he already had like the whole like finished thing. Like he DM'd me like everything. He's always sending me stuff that like I never check, unfortunately. But thank you.
yeah, he's good people and a Florida guy, which I don't know what that means other than half the Florida.
Oh, start.
But,
I have one more. This thing that Saya said.
oh well, I was gonna real quick say friend of the show Enigma V4 with Talk for Glory. That's probably the only other podcast we promote because he helps promote us. And my
Yes, sir.
third favorite YouTube channel is Kevin Cabeza with a shout out. He goes on YouTube as Sephiroth. So when you search that, you'll either get a whole lot of Final Fantasy, which is good, or you'll find that he basically makes a greatest hits of our stuff and takes our hour and a half streams and turns them into 5 minutes of
Oh,
Juno
so
being.
the what? You cut out.
Oh, really? Did I actually cut out when I was shouting out Kevin? Remember to shout out Kevin Cabeza?
I mean, you could do it again.
All right. Well, I was shooting. I was shot. There was a special shout out to Enigma V4
Yeah.
and friend of the show, Talk for Glory, the only podcast that we promote because they help promote us, and we are on the same team, baby. Um, and Kevin Cabeza, who goes on YouTube as Sephiroth. You can search that up, and it'll either show you a whole bunch of Final Fantasy, but if you keep scrolling, sooner or later it'll come to Stardom fan clips, and he basically makes greatest hits compilations, and they're hilarious.
Oh, I also want to shout out friend of the show.
StardomFan.com.
StardomFan.com. I also want to shout out friend of the show Dutch Mantel. Shout out.
Dirty Dutch?
Yeah.
Why did you get him to say us somehow?
I'm just saying he's friend of the show.
Oh, he's a friend. Remember when they had that show where I was almost I was like I think I texted you I was like I was almost disappointed because I obviously wasn't gonna do it, but I figured you would. Dirty Dutch had a show where like he wanted to rate like wrestling podcasts for some reason, so people were just like calling
Oh,
in and like just writing the shows they like, and if there was like one vote, he would say it on his podcast, and I was like, I'm listening to it, I'm like, how does none of our motherfuckers like put us up on here?
I don't even know about that, and I like his stuff. You should have voted
Oh
for it.
yeah.
Oh,
Of
miss.
course I should have, but I don't know. DirtyDutchMantel@gmail.com. I don't know. I never know if it's two L's or one.
Ugh. Is it dot? Is it spelled dot?
Do I spell the dot? All right,
Here,
play Sign here, would you?
also go to dutchmantel@gmail.com if you want tales from the shit. I've heard that promo so many times. Like I'll sign it
Dude, I
for
was
you.
gonna say you're about to do Dirty Dutch commercials.
Yeah, why not?
Someone please send it to Dutch Mental. If you
Not
go to
until
Dirty Dutch at
not if he doesn't pay me.
gmail.com, you can get a signed Tales from the Dirt Road book, or you
Dirt
can just get it on
road.
Amazon and it's not signed. Uh,
I do find that funny where he's like, "Yeah, just here's my personal email. Just I'll sign it if you like send it to me."
he's got someone working on a website for him, but I think that keeps falling through. So he's just like, I don't know, send me an email and then probably a cashier's check and a money order, and maybe you'll get the.
Yeah, you'll get it back maybe.
Hey, it worked when I got that Cornet signed graphic novel. It was like I sent him money, and like a year later, I was like, oh shit, my book came in.
A year later, he drove the mile and a half to the post office. Those are the best
Uh,
stories from his show. It's so funny. Like I find that about a lot of the stuff I listen to. It's like you tune in for like whatever you're into, like whatever the podcast is about. But then the stuff I find like the funniest is just when it's like I went to the post office today. It's just like random stuff.
well, I hope people think that about this show when it goes on podcast form, and it turns out
It's an
that out of
hour
the
and a
96
half.
minutes, 35 minutes, I think was Buffalo Bills, Tampa Bay Lightning, and Sabres talk with a little bit of indie wrestling,
I'll have you know
and maybe a little bit of Stardom sprinkled in.
I'll have you know one of our most like popular podcasts with like the most views is the one where we talk about cookies. So
It's very controversial.
people need
Some people say we don't take it seriously.
some
Stardom.
people say we don't take cookies seriously enough and that we should do a sequel episode.
Well, they need to come out with more cookies. All right. Well, what
Well,
do you think?
we
All
don't.
right. Let me do a segue to this clip you've been holding on to. What
Yeah,
do you assume that a Saya Kamatani cookie either tastes or smells like?
smells like. I don't know about that. Uh, probably smells sweet. Black licorice. It's like no one wants to like black licorice at first, and like everyone, you like, hey, what are you eating? Black licorice? Like, ew. But then secretly, like behind closed doors, like you love black licorice, and then
And
eventually
even
you're eating the black licorice, and at a certain point, like other candy doesn't even do it for you anymore. All you
and
want is black licorice.
there's even sites that'll convince you that it's like good for you. Like, yeah, black licorice is like a superfood. You're like, oh, I never knew. Before, and another segue. So, you know how we were saying like
Oh,
an
that's
hour ago
actually
that Hanan had game face on, and
yeah,
like Hanan like looked mean.
sure, Shiri
Saya, the
or both.
biggest
Well,
heel in the company, quotes,
so,
she
yeah,
never stopped smiling.
no, because she's like cute and popular, and everyone loves her, and she's happy with that.
Yeah, there's no way she's a bad guy. She's definitely the biggest baby face in the world.
That's for true.
Is is Tam still the biggest bad guy? I think she used to be. I don't think she is anymore.
Old Kamatani was a
Hey,
sugar
Sebastian's in.
cookie.
We're in on cookie talk.
Why is the new Kamatani I get the sugar cookie. Why is the new Kamatani a peanut butter cookie? Oh, bookie. What's a bookie? A brownie cookie?
Cookie.
A brownie
Yeah, I
cookie?
like it.
So just
Well,
like, oh,
because peanut butter is it's more of a treat. Like, cause it's like it's
that's
more
like
filling.
gourmet. Like you
Yeah.
yeah, like you have to go to like a proper bakery to get like a I don't even never even heard of this before. A bookie. Well, I know what a bookie is. Ah, that's a
All
story
right,
for another time.
play this clip. I have to fucking take a break.
きっとあいつに闇こっちの
Oh, as you just said, she says that because when she first turned heel, she's like, "You're just Starlight was like, "You're just copying me. Like you're just like this good girl who's trying to be bad and whatever." And then Saya's like, "What singles match have you ever won? I don't want to hear shit from you. I don't got to take advice from you. P, you're just jealous because I'm taking a little liberties here. That I'm popular and cute and deal with it."
Deal with it.
にならないようにとか言ってたけどあいつさ
Oh,
ヒールになってシングルの結果何か出した何も結果出してないやつに言われる筋合いないんだよね私はただ可愛くて
oh,
人気があってそんなヒールレスラーで終わるつもり一切ないからだからつべこべ言わずお前ら見とけよ
she's just Kara is so charismatic. You want to see everything she has to say.
He does. I'll be right back. Have fun.
また神谷
Cat versus bear. Well, from playing The Witcher, I would say the bear school is probably better. School of the cat, that's all assassins. The bears, I think, were just a bunch of bros.
私のいいところを邪魔された何なんだよ
Oh yeah, I already read this. It's like, I hate you. You're my forever foe.
神谷はいつも私のいい調子を狂わせる私の自信を妨げるなんでだよヘイトになって
Geez, just ranting.
元から憎いけどさなんだ今日のファイトさらに憎さマシマシじゃねえかよ
I would love to see a
ヘイトも腹立つけど
hair. Well, I would say a hair versus mask match, but what's higher stakes than a hair match? Like losing your hair. I don't think Saya would care about losing her hair.
2年前のワンダその時も私の自信を妨げ逆だって磨けたし
Career.
も
Ooh.
っと神神谷さ
I would actually hate that match. As much as I want to see Starlight lose her mask, I kind of don't. And then I definitely don't want to see Saya retire. What if she loses and she like retires the gimmick and she's like not a bad guy anymore? She's like, oh yeah, I'm just back to being the Phoenix again. Something in between hair and retirement. I actually do miss that about a lot of old school wrestling stuff where it's like, if you beat me, I'll sign over my car. Like funny little stuff like that. Oh, yeah, we can see Mayu's. Jesus. Mayu's beat up face.
グランプリ
I don't even know what she got her face smashed up on.
予選最終日予選準々決勝
What is she leaning on? I thought that was.
シリスリーカウント
So they're just in the middle of a hallway or something. They just set up this sheet.
意識飛んだね今も
Yeah, loser leaves town.
ギリギリね
Who just? Oh, Jay White. Was that was one of the last big like loser? Oh, he had to leave the country, but yeah, one of the last loser leaves the company deals.
今はもう
Jay White's shit was even funnier because he pulled that off more than once. He did loser leaves the country, and then they had another like New Japan match in one of the America shows. He was like, "Oh, finally, loser leaves New Japan." Then
次の
One of them seems more extreme. You can never come back to this country, or you could never work for this company.
5スター2度目の
They're like, I sort of like it here.
I love that Mayu is knocking down this
5スター
little sheet they put up. It's
出
hilarious.
したいと思います
Yo,
そして
do you have an actual picture of that? I think that'd be even cooler for my green screen.
ベルト日本一
And
back- the
yeah, if I
background?
was like literally the background of like one of these New Japan shows, that'd be amazing.
You want me to produce? Well, we're just goofing off now anyway. I could do that.
If I go green screen, can you put me behind that?
You want Mayu in it? I could do that for sure.
All right, I'm gonna go green screen. You put me next to Mayu.
Oh, you want Mayu in it?
Well, I didn't. Well, actually, that looks really good right there. I sort of want to be there, but like, I wouldn't be opposed to being next to Mayu.
Yeah.
I almost
that's
gotta.
cool.
You know what I gotta do though? So it looks like I'm standing. I almost gotta get rid of my chair. So I got a green screen. Cover my chair.
Well, the ones where I'm like on the couch, like for a gag, like I have to sit like way in the back of the room so you could see like my legs and stuff. It's like it's probably not.
Right.
It makes me laugh. No one else probably cares, but it makes me laugh. So that's.
Oh, it's hilarious actually. I see what you do.
Yeah.
The way you say it's funny. All right, so we have. So I covered my chair.
Oh yeah, I have like so many like from all the different live streams we've done. I just have all these photos that I never delete them off OBS, and they're just like there. So you can also be like hanging out with Saya and Tommy if you want, like a selfie.
Oh, I wish. You're just gonna put me in dream scenarios.
Yeah.
I wish fucking I forgot Capital Collision was the thing. I have family coming over. Man, fucking vacation sucks. All my wife's family keeps coming over. I should be watching wrestling. I would love to see her beat up on Mercedes Monet.
Oh, who? Momo.
Yeah.
Okay, you can.
All right, hold on. I have to get rid of my fucking virtual screen. Hold on. I forgot how to do it. I forgot how I brought it up.
And then we bring that, drag it down 45 times.
I'm back.
Yeah, now you gotta go green screen. I don't know. Should just
green screen.
Look at that.
That
actually looks really good too. Oh, and it kind of looks like the sheet because it's like you're.
Oh, yeah, I know. I got to get rid of that one little piece that's fucking. I actually tightened it up a bunch so I don't have as much shadow, but I still started. No, it looks like I'm behind the thing. That's fucking wild. That is awesome.
I also could have. I also could have just did that and just dragged you over, but you know. So and then I can make one with Mayu, if you want.
That's fucking hilarious.
Or you could be with you can be with whoever you want behind you. Let's see.
Dream scenario?
Yeah, dream scenario. Momo should win that belt for sure.
Oh my god. The fact I can't believe Momo had such a bad tournament considering how good she's been.
I didn't notice. Like Mayu just like stumbles into the room after a big match. I was half expecting her to like knock this whole thing down. I'm laughing because it's like I used to think they just put this up against a wall, but it's like she's like leaning on furniture. So they just set this up in the middle of a room. That's hilarious. I forgot, but I was also like working on something. I wonder if I saved it. I have a new outro. I could show you that.
Yeah, let's play that and then click exit. Got later than I thought we'd do, but I have so much fun once we get together.
It might be this one. Yeah, okay, ready? This is our new exit. Play.
We play hate music?
Doesn't matter.
Well, she got a whole fucking thing. How did I miss this? When was that?
You can be the top kawaii of the cosmos.
Play that one more time.
クリックアワコーヒーリンク
I
ビ
want
ロ
to see that again.
バイコイ
Yeah, she doesn't got a whole. She's just loving life.
It's like got a whole new interpretive dance. I'm a big fan.
Bye bye.
Love me. You're welcome. I'm outta here.
こ
You're
んばん
welcome.
は You
That's
can be the
fantastic.
top かわいい of the cosmos
Yeah, we gotta get
クリ
that
ッ
back
ク
on
ア
the
ワコー
website.
ヒーリンクビロ
What?
ーバイポイ
We gotta get the Iwatani gift back on the website.
Oh, I think it's back up. Whatever
Nice.
I was doing updated. One of these days I was gonna change it for something. Since she's not Stardom anymore. But if we still have my Himipoi,
We are also up
Utami can
at,
also be timeless.
we are also up at 1:30 a.m. doing this. That's funny. But that's your new background. I think you nailed it.
I love it. I know I need that picture too because I don't. It'll probably look
It actually looks
maybe
good.
less resource than you.
Like when you move your sheet, it looks like because the background's a sheet too.
Yeah, so it's not too stupid.
All right.
Good night, guys.
Kon,
Good night, Sebastian.
goodbye.
Good night, everybody else.